Why Starbucks failed in Australia? If you take about the history of Starbucks, they started in 2000 in Sydney, and by the time when it's 2008, they had like 87 outlets in Australia. So within 8-year period, even though had 87 outlets, which is a rapid expansion, most of the Australian people they thought, okay, this is just another coffee shop. So why they failed in Australia is because Starbucks didn't actually understand the coffee culture in Australia. Australian coffee culture is coming from Italy actually. So in Australia, if you take the coffee culture, it is more connected to emotional factors. Like if you take in USA, coffee is just a product where people will go consume it and they will resume their whatever the other work. But in Australia, it's not like that. It is connected with them in order to meet another person, in order to have a chat with another person, in order to chill out. So this is connected with their emotions. So in Australia, the coffee is a culture. Starbucks failed to understand this culture. They went to the Australian market and they market the product as a product, so it failed in Australia. So as a result, what happened was, by the time when it is 2008, they had to close down two-thirds of the branches in Australia. That means approximately 67% of the branches in Australia, and they made a loss of like 105 million US dollar loss. For a company like Starbucks, actually this is a big flop. And apart from that, another reason that Starbucks failed in Australia, which is the menu. So most of the item which is there in the menu in Starbucks, those are sweet items, where Australians are giving the less preference for sweet items, and the prices are also little expensive. So what people thought was, okay, these people are offering something which is we are not liking and the price is also high, then why we should go for this particular place. So as a result, as I said, you Starbucks failed in big times in Australia. But again, they came to the market in 2018 with a different strategy. So they targeted the tourists in Australia. So if you take Australian market, there are a lot of Chinese and international students are coming to Australia. So they targeted this market and now they are doing good in that particular market. If you take Starbucks sales, most of the sales are coming from the tourists and the international students. So why Starbucks failed in Australia? Because they didn't understand the Australian coffee culture and the menu and the price. Due to these reasons, Starbucks failed in Australia. After that, in 2018, they came back and now they are doing well for a different target market. So what's the learning that you can get from here? When you are entering to a market, make sure to do a thorough analysis, thorough research about your consumers and the consumer culture, and make sure to do a good analysis about the competitors. If you do these things, there is a better chance you can succeed in the new market.